Hey guys, how's it going? Main Command here, and today I'm just going to be playing League of Legends, or as I like to call it, LOL. So I'm going to show you one match that I did really well with my main champion, Miss Fortune, which is my favorite champion, and I got an A+. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks and things that you can do to improve your overall gameplay. This is just kind of like a guideline, and that might help you improve your abilities and your just doing better in the match, because who doesn't want to win at League of Legends, right? So let's get right into it. Today I'm just going to be showing a replay of one of the best matches I've had with this champion, and also I've got quite a few things that I just want to say that'll eventually get around to, like, just stating little things that'll up your game. And practice does not make perfect, but it does make you better. And some players will just be naturally more skilled than others, so don't sweat it. Just play to have fun, and that's the main thing. So I'll also be going up against Miss Fortune. So if you go up against a similar hero, here just a few things to look out for, in the commentary and just the gameplay in general. And you guys will pick it up as you go along. The best thing is just, like I said, to play it as often as you can. If you really like the game, just put in the effort and hours, and then you'll get much better at it. So at the very beginning, I always like to start by if I have enough gold, I'll buy like the cheapest items that you can get, which is like does a little bit more attack. For my hero, it's like a sword icon, does a little bit more damage, and I'll also throw on some running shoes, which will make your character, like magic boots, which will make your character a little bit faster, and you can you'll have a little bit more agility to maneuver around the map. And then I will like also to do this, I'll use my remaining gold to spend it on like healing potions, but just at the very beginning when I'm level 1, because if I get into a dire situation, I'll quickly use the potion and heal my character. Later on, those potions aren't as good, even though they're useful. I like to spend my gold elsewhere and buying the higher end items. So items is really important and really critical in getting. Also, keep in mind though, you want to make every shot count, so you never want to miss any shot. But it happens, even the best, most skilled players in this world will occasionally miss their shot from time to time. It happens to everybody, even me. So yeah. Anyways, so like right now I'm just trying to keep them on their feet. I'm running back and forth. I'm just focusing right now on farming and putting these 3 heroes that out in their place. So you notice that right off the bat I did pretty well, and I held my own against 3 of these heroes. And I don't think I can get that support, but I just went in for it, really tried hard, and this is a moment that really paid off. I used the ricochet, a double bounce on your character. You gotta really familiarize yourself with your hero's abilities. I got a double shot where if I hit a minion, it'll bounce off a minion. If a hero's close enough to that minion, it'll also hit that minion, right? So that's how I managed to take out their support, and then I got taken out thinking I could take out Miss Fortune. I consider it it's kind of like my strength and weakness at the same time. Like, I'll overdo it and I'll go out of my way to take out a hero, but in the end it's probably going to bite me in the end. But I thought going after Miss Fortune was worth it, but it really wasn't, because even though she had virtually no health, she was just too far out of my reach, and like, another hero's obviously going to cover, but I thought I could take her out and then go back, and it's just, yeah, it is what it is. But also, yeah, as the match progresses, you just want to, keep your eye on how your, heroes are doing and work with them. Right now, so I'm back into this. And so I've had a little bit of a rough start, but also, when you do make a mistake, don't keep thinking about it, just let it go. And with me, I have a problem that I keep thinking about it, as I just can't, I have a hard time letting it go, and then that ruins the match for me, and it's not as fun, and I don't do as well. So I just try to let it go, and if I can't let it go, because it's just, for me, it's the type of person that I am, then I just focus on helping my other heroes, or being a little bit laid back until I can get my mindset, in the game, you know what I mean? I try to, it's just, like, you know, you just re-strategize, rethink your position, you know, and then you try to get right back into it. And the more you play, the better decisions you'll make, and you'll make more calculated decisions, and it'll just, for the most part, it'll just be automatic. But also it's really nice to create useful hobbies, like when to strike, when to pull back. And yeah, it's a learning process. The best thing to do, like I said, is just to practice and play on your own, and this is just to give you some helpful tips and tricks. You also want to use, instead of constantly clicking on all your abilities, what saves you a significant amount of time and from you getting killed is using your keyboards, using all your attacks, familiarizing yourself with the keyboard, and just using keyboard buttons, because that's a lifesaver. So yeah. Plus I find that constantly clicking the mouse tends to wear me out over time. And the thing is, I have my own kind of personality where I'll get a little bit pissed if an allied hero comes into my lane and I want to solo lane. I get that he's trying to defend the tower, but I really want this lane to myself, and I'm just kind of, you know, sometimes I'm just like that. I can't help it. So for you know, those of you out there that are just kind of really picky with your lanes, or you're just having an off day and you want a lane to yourself, you got to keep in mind that this is you have other heroes and they're going to do what they basically want, you know what I mean? You can try talking to them, but you won't always get a lane to yourself, or things won't always go your way, and you just gotta, you know, push past that. Like right now, we're doing super, we're just taking down that one tower. I love at the end, if I'm dominating a match, I also like to just not destroy the Nexus, because if I know I'm gonna win the match, or if I have a really good chance of winning the match, I usually like to, I'll farm, but I usually like to just take out heroes and just add to my hero thing, and then if possible get the enemy to surrender, because then that gives you a much higher rank and you do a lot better. And you can even, you know, get an S rank, and that might unlock a chest. So yeah, that's nice. I love when I'm making moves like that, when I'm getting in a sticky situation and then I'm just quickly turn around, hit my keyboard, thumbstick, or hit my keyboard, and then, you know, hit him back with one of my abilities just to make him, you know, buzz off. Even when you're down and out. But yeah, you just gotta be patient and keep at it. Never give up, that's the key. Even when it seems hopeless and you think you can't possibly win. I tried making an earlier video on this, but it didn't work out that well because I got interrupted and I had to end up deleting it, and it was much better than this one, but oh well. I'm just gonna make this video anyways and state, you know, basically state my thoughts. So, like I said, one of my biggest weaknesses and strengths at the same time is I love using up all my mana, or like I use up all my mana really quickly on farming minions and trying to bait heroes and then wipe them out, so I get a hero kill and that increases my level, and then I run out of mana, and sometimes like I'll have to strategically withdraw and then teleport to the start, get back my mana, maybe buy something if I have enough gold, then that's when I like doing it, and then run right back in, because that's sometimes the best thing to do, is just to teleport when you're in a sticky situation. And also using those using those bushes over there as cover, because you're invisible, but that doesn't mean you're invincible, because if the enemies can just go over there to check the bushes and detect if they suspect you're there, and you can just end up dying, and then you'll have to wait until the timer counter goes down, and then you get revived. And you do whatever you do, the worstest thing you can do is actually die, because then your teammates are a hero short, especially in games when it's like 3-on-3, and then you'll have an extra adversary hero fighting your guys, and they'll just have their work cut out for them, and they'll be more on the defensive, and you always want to be on the offensive. Put minion pressure is key in League of Legends, and it's what I always try going for. So right now we're pushing them at a steady pace. We're doing pretty good. I'm looking forward to my A+ rank. I'm gonna get in this, and yeah, just keeping that pressure on them, keep farming, taking minions. And right now I feel like I don't have a big of a lead, or we don't have a big enough lead to just kind of cut through, or farm in the little jungle or forest area in the middle of the map. but we are doing pretty good. And the reason why I like Misfortune the most is because she's a really my champion's just really easy to use the skills and get accustomed to it, but then again there's a lot of champions that are much better than her and they can do a lot more damage and they're a lot more skilled. But the drawback to that is it's a lot harder to use their abilities and stuff. It's a lot more challenging to use certain other abilities. For me, I find that Misfortune is a great champion for a beginner player, because I just recently, started playing LOL, and I've had to learn a lot of things. Oh, beautiful, beautiful! Like right there, I didn't go down. Wow, I had literally no health left, and my health bar was completely empty, and I was like so close to going down. But yeah, when you notice your heroes are in other lanes and they need help, give them a helping hand. I'm just making this so other players that struggle like I did aren't surprised, and they have somewhat of an idea coming into this and strategizing and knowing what to do and what to expect. But also another thing is each hero has their own special abilities you want to get accustomed to and used to. And like, for example, if I die, I've got sort of like my champion dies, she has like a 50-50 chance of just kind of reviving, and that's sort of like a fortune ability of hers, which is really special and unique. And other heroes, if you slay a hero, sometimes you always want to see if you slay a hero and there's no one around and you're not in any imminent danger, that it shows that you slayed the hero. If it doesn't say that, that means they're not slain, and some heroes have some special abilities where they can just come back and regenerate and then just half their health's back, and you're like, how the heck did that happen? And that's just one of their special abilities, and other heroes don't have that. So it just all depends how you use your heroes and what they have, because you'll be if you're new to LOL or you haven't been around for a while and you're just back at it, even some of the veterans that have went away for a while might are definitely going to be in for a few nasty surprises. And then and it can be really frustrating, it can be really rewarding when you're just dominating and owning a match. There's always sometimes you always have that habit of going after that one hero. And I'm the kind of player that always likes to push, and that's not always a good thing, but like I'll go out of my way often to push, and I'm just kind of trying to tone that down and be more balanced and have more of an equilibrium where I'm just like, okay, now I'll push, now I'll retreat and go back to my tower, and just perfect it to the point where I'm almost doing what AZ's doing there. And then Electric is holding his own, which is nice. And I'm just going around to trap that champion, and it's little things like that that makes you take out heroes when you coming up from behind them, using unique strategies and working together, and then that makes you just dominate the field and be basically unstoppable or legendary even. And that's or little costly mistakes that'll just in the end bite you in the arse, and won't be good. As they're pushing one side, we're pushing the other side, and I kind of felt like on this side, after we took out the tower, instead of constantly going on the top side, I should have went on the bottom just to cover that tower, but I thought we'd make a little bit more progress up top. So it was a bit of a judgment call on my part. I think I could have done better on. See, there's three of us here just really pushing top side and trying to get that minion pressure on them. So earlier on I should not have went for that Misfortune. That was my first death, and my second was at the end of the game. I'm not going to tell you how it happened, I'm just going to let you guys find out. Hopefully you'll be patient watching this and you'll see it through to the very end. But I know I skipped ahead on a lot of videos as well. Boom! I'm showing this champion who's boss. And that I don't appreciate that she picked my hero to be my adversary, even though she's really worthy. A really worthy adversary. I'm just like, yeah, oh, that's a costly mistake right there. See, now that's a good time to kind of pursue her, but not go too far ahead, because you don't want to go too far past too many enemy minions, because then you'll be trapped between the minions and a hero can come from the out of nowhere, and then just surprise you. And I was pushing too hard, and it has its penalties, right? Like I got hit from the tower. Always make sure that you have minions. I know this is a beginning advice, but always make sure you've got minions that are attacking the tower, and then you're free to attack the tower yourself without having the tower attack you. If there's no minions around the tower, don't attack the tower yourself, because then the tower will just destroy you. And yeah, it'll just use its crystal blast or whatever it is to just do some significant damage, and then you're leaving yourself exposed to enemy heroes. So, and also if you attack a hero that's by a tower, the tower is also going to turn on you, so keep that in mind. You'll be taking a lot of damage. Just a few things to look out for. So the game is fairly simple and straightforward, but there's quite a few things that you need to learn that'll give you a huge advantage and put you in a class from being like a bronze player to like a silver league player. And then if you can get gold, that's amazing, and then take it from there. So there's a few classes which you can look at and see the statistics. I found out that there's bronze, which is at the bottom, then silver, gold, platinum, diamond, master, and then champion. And when you're at champion, which is the highest tier, there's like the world's 200 best players. So if you're looking to play for fun, don't worry about it. Just use some of the, hopefully some of the things I mentioned in this video have helped you out. But if you really wanted, thinking about becoming pro or a much better player, then yeah, this will definitely help you get up there higher in the leagues. I'm just aiming to be a silver player, so. But then again, with me, it usually becomes addiction when it comes to games, and then I go for gold and then up to all the way to master and stuff like that. And then if you're in the Masters League, which is the second highest, which is above diamond, then that's like 1,200 players, which are the best in the world in the ranking genre kind of division. Yeah, just go at your own pace. That's what I recommend. And then just whatever, like whenever you feel like playing League, go for it. And then mostly it's just a game, right? So keep in mind just to have fun and a blast while playing it. And sometimes you'll have your butt handed to you, and other times you'll be dominating the field, and other times you'll get owned in your lane, and other times you'll be pushing and doing great. So it's just nice. Picked another one off along the way. And I activated my special ability because the enemy hero was not expecting that. So Bulbylock was not expecting me to use my special attack after she just used one of her abilities. So just thought I'd mix it up and surprise them a little bit, because that's key a lot of times. But it was kind of dumb how I overestimated a lot of times my opponents in this and underestimated them. Like I shot my ability too far ahead of her instead of just analyzing where she'd be and then drop it right then and there, because I wanted her to kind of come back or run into it, but she actually came she stayed in between and then ran towards my direction. So it was taking out an enemy hero that's your own is so rewarding. Also, another key when you're playing Twisted Treeline, which is the current mode that we're doing, you want to secure the two basically chain platforms on the game itself, or in the match. You want to secure those two chain platforms, because that'll give you a huge advantage and like a power boost that'll help you out during the match. You'll be much stronger, and you'll have like a 10% or you'll have a little bit of an advantage over your enemy, and that's what helps win matches. Just something to think about. So you always want to keep the one that's closest to you. You want to stand on that platform, make sure you secure it, and at least have that one, so it's an even game. And then think of how you're gonna place one out. Oh, didn't work for him that time. AZ got it pretty good that time. And I'm just like pushing top with electric. cutting across center. I'm hoping to surprise these two heroes. Okay, so right here I'm being chased by two enemy heroes, and I'm just quickly turning around, pressing a button to activate one of my abilities to slow them down and prevent them from killing me or taking me down. It saved my life on so many occasions. Unstoppable. Nice. So while I have to retreat, keep in mind that your opponent's always farming for XP and trying to get that one up on you. Nice, another tower going down. Or soon to go down. So by the end of this, I was just trying to go after their heroes somewhat and just add to my number, to my, you know, kill counter basically. And I'm trying to push down bottom lane while they're occupied top with the enemy heroes, because then, you know, they can make them really feel the pressure. So keep in mind, even though you're doing great, that doesn't necessarily mean you'll win the match, because your ally heroes might not be doing so hot. They might not be so hot, you know, and doing so well. So like right now, that's not good. You do not want to lose two heroes. So it's just myself basically against three heroes because they were pushing too hard. But I'm not too concerned. I'm just kind of doing my own thing here, going at my own pace. Oh, nice. Going around, I love doing this, especially to support, because I know that this is like Dexter's, you know, Hercules heal, so to speak. Oh, and I just let them get away. I don't even know why I did that. That was foolish of me. I slipped up there. I don't even know how to explain that. I was waiting for some of my abilities to regenerate, but I don't know, I guess I was feeling merciful, but not really, because that's not me. I don't just let heroes go. So at least my allies are back, but I think I could have done well regardless without them for a while. And my mic's just falling off, falling all over the place. So nonetheless, it was a really interesting match. And it wasn't by far, you know, an easy match. Yeah, that's not good. Never good when your heroes go down. I'm just doing what I can, making them feel the pressure. I really think sometimes I just kind of go forward, because if I notice, if I notice that they'll be coming after me, or if I suspect that my enemy heroes have a personality of coming after me to try to finish me off or just get one last shot off, I'll kind of go back a little bit just to bait them. And a lot of the times, yes, legendary. That's how you get legendary, ladies and gentlemen. Then I'll just kind of go back a little bit, make them go back as well just to get off that one shot, and then run forward, which they don't expect, and then take them out. So it's a bit of a decision maker. I kind of find that either or, if you pull it off, it really works well. And then if you mess it up, then they just get away and you look stupid. So that's LOL pretty much in a nutshell for you. And then at this point, I'm not really pushing their Nexus, because I know we have this game more or less in the bag. I'm just farming and looking to take out their heroes at the back top side. So like right there. Like that's not smart with Electric's doing, because he's pursuing them and the tower's hitting him and now he's done for. Even though it's close, the tower usually wins in the end, even this late on in the game. And I'm pursuing a hero myself. Sona, I believe. Try not to let her get away that time, but she manages to elude me. Oh boy, and I end up losing another hero and it's just me again, so I'm doing all things considered. I always like to try to act and give them the impression that all three of us are still on the field. I don't know why. It works for, you know, for a few players, but for the most, they just look on the screen and they know right away what's going on. So it usually helps just to know who's on the field and who's not, and kind of glance on the screen. How many of your heroes are on the screen and how many enemy heroes are on the screen. Just to keep an eye on that. More experienced players that do better usually keep their eyes on that. I know I do. Yeah, just don't try to do everything at once. Go at your own pace and figure it out. See, with Stack, I know he always likes to go in, so I'll just surprise him, more or less. But I hate, there's nothing more frustrating when you almost have a hero and they get away. And these were some really worthy and good adversaries and opponents. But I was just kind of doing my own thing this time and it worked. Didn't really have a strategy or in mind. I just had somewhat of an idea of what I wanted to do and I just kind of went for it. Nothing pre-planned. You never really can, pre-plan everything in advance. You just kind of take it as it goes and comes along. Making sure I get my high-end items. I know that I'm doing on my side. Taking too long to decide, but sometimes it's important just to take that extra moment to decide what item you want to buy and then not regret buying another one, because then you have to save up and it doesn't allow you to be as good or useful when you're playing LOL as you would have if you took it that extra moment to figure out which item you wanted and which was best for what strategy you were going to use. I really hope I get Stack. I don't remember if I get him this time or not. Oh, nice. And I got him. Legendary. That was beautiful. Too bad Dexter. I hope I get, yeah. Might be. 2 for 1. 2 for 1, baby. Please. Yes. Shut down. That was beautiful. I don't know why the support was still hanging around, but maybe they didn't think that I'd go for them. Or that I spent my abilities on Stack. Okay, so we're about 28 minutes in. And we're doing fairly good. We haven't lost any of our towers, except for the two most forward ones, but we're in a really good shape, and then we're already at the enemy base and pushing hard. As I'm watching this too, I'm just kind of analyzing my own gameplay and wondering, for future games how I can, what I can switch up or change, or what worked, what didn't work. Like at this point, instead of chasing stack, I should have just went topside and took out 2 of their heroes. But I couldn't resist. I mean, I have just had to finish him off before going up there, and then that cost me a chance to maybe grab 2 more. Because I really wanted to push the minions down here, but I should have just left it as is. Because if I managed to surprise them, take out both their heroes there, then all their heroes would be down. That is a rookie mistake. Never go inside a Nexus, because they can heal right at their base. And now she can't. She's done for. She won't make it back out because she has to go through a tower, all our minions, and be hammered by our hero in the tower. So that's really not a good idea. And then this should be pretty much easy kill, but you never know. So instead, choosing to save her life. Oh wait, hang on. She decided to get slaughtered. I even gave her a way out, sort of. But she stayed their course. Well, it was noble, but kind of foolish. I'm not doing enough farming in the middle of the map. Every level makes a difference. Even if you're 1 level above another hero, that could give you a huge advantage. But I think every hero has a, kryptonite to a certain other adversary hero. So just be mindful of what kind of heroes you're faced to deal with, and then try to use that to your advantage. That's gonna cost them. I always have a tendency to chase stack for some reason. I'm always gunning for him. If I was up top, maybe I could have got a few more hero kills. Oh, that was beautiful. That was perfectly executed. Even though they're pushing topside, we got this. This match is already over for them. They just don't know it yet. I think that this is just a last desperate bid to push topside. But it's gonna cost them everything. Oh, it just got away. The support just got away. At least I got that. Oh, I thought for a sec I was gonna lose our hero for sure. That was a good good dodge and then technique there. I think he was being a little bit too aggressive. I just love when I get a couple heroes in the open like this and do so much damage to them. The only thing better would have been if I took them both out. I got him. I should be able to take out Stack, yeah. Can't let this one slide. See, that was a big mistake right there, turning around. I think he could take it. I don't think he might have thought he wouldn't have been able to get away, but he should have just kept running. And then I pulled out there, let her took the grunt and beating of the middle lane creatures. Sometimes you get so close, guys, with those, but your enemy just gets away, and you were right there. Just gotta keep on going at it. Even if your original strategy and tactics didn't work out for you as well as you originally had planned. At this point, I'm just eager to lay waste to their heroes. I'm always gunning for them. And then for some reason, I don't know why, but I pull back here. Oh no. Oh. Oh, one shot away right there, and I would have had that hero. Oh well. I often find myself, I often find me saying to myself, just let it go. Let this one slide. And then we pretty much knocked out their tower at their base, and they only have a couple standing towers left. Oh, nice. That was beautiful setup there as well. Main command is unstoppable. Oh, I love when you sneak up behind heroes and then it just works out so well. Oh, looks like Electric's gonna go down. That was inevitable. And then I got this idea apparently to go after the Baron. Just looking at top side. Stack might not make this one. Nice. Oh, just the mop up after. I was waiting for that. I thought she would attack those forest creatures. Oh, it was beautiful. Ace. Can't get much better than that. Just those few moves that I made my day. I'm over that inhibitor, but I'm just going to town on their heroes. Hazy doesn't mind that he's taking shots from the tower. I don't know if he was paying attention to that or if he was just caught up in the moment. Telling myself don't, but I just wow. I just didn't even realize that until now that the enemies, or just above the enemy's nexus where they heal up, any minions or anybody that follows them automatically gets slaughtered by that laser beam. It's good to know. I'll make a note of that in the future. Even a few things I'm learning by watching this. Doesn't look like that's going to be able to do it. Oh, nice. Wow. I don't know why they're not just, why both my the heroes on my side aren't pushing together. They're pushing. Oh, now they are. No, I really made a good attempt to try to take out that Baron, but I failed. I only managed to take its health down to a little bit less than half, and then they got me. Just wouldn't let me go. And that was my second death in the end. trying to take the Baron by myself and not pulling out when my health was halfway and knew I couldn't take the Baron, but I just wanted to go all out. I couldn't help myself. And then the hardest part of this match, which I love this match, it was just the ending, watching my teammates take out the Nexus, and I wasn't really there because I was still waiting for the counter to go down. That was the hardest part of this match to watch, but yeah. Anyway, so we won this match, guys. Hope you learned a thing or two. I hope you found this video entertaining, and thanks for watching. Be sure to catch me in the next video, and I'll catch you guys later. Cheers. Victory!